Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Bender here, aka at Restless One with a zero. And thank you for coming back to my page and checking out this video at Restless One Unleashed. Today is October 10th. It's Monday, and you know what that means. It's Monday motivation. Okay, so guys, uh, things have been pretty a little like topsy-turvy when it comes to what I have been up to. A lot of things have been kind of like in progress and kind of like loading, if you will. And I think that's mostly like just in my own psyche and how I've been thinking. I'm a very thinker type of person. So I can be in my head a lot. If you guys don't know, my birthday is this month in October on the 22nd, and that makes me a Libra. Yeah, so I'm a Libra, and if you guys don't know much about zodiac signs, Libras are the symbol of the scales, and a lot of times Libras kind of fight with being balanced and having that scale balanced and even on both sides. And it's either that we're very unbalanced and we're extreme and not really as involved on one side. So if I will elaborate a little bit more, like one particular side we may indulge in and be very extreme, very extravagant, very dramatic, and then the other side we may not be as involved. We may be nonchalant and not really caring about certain things. And I know for me, my whole life has been basically just trying to balance these scales and come to a common ground of everything that I pretty much am experiencing. And I think the last time I left you guys with the video, at the end, I was basically talking about how I was going to embark on some things in my YouTube channel that, I've been a little nervous to talk about. And I want to be, candid and, honest with you guys, because this is that type of platform where people can do that. And of course, I probably will be judged, but I'm not really worried about what people have to say. I'm doing this, like I say all the time in my videos, for myself, and just to have something that I could look back on and say, okay, I really put forth an effort to accomplish something for myself, and I did what I knew how to do best. And the thing basically that I wanted to share with you guys was, me struggling with my sexuality. This has been something that has been very, like instrumental in my life for a very long time, ever since, I was in adolescence. And as of recently, around last month sometime, I had went to a men's conference at my church here in Georgia. And basically it was like, a few of the men that attend the church who got on a panel and basically talked about, their experiences and things of that nature, whether that was if they were married or single or dating, and things of that nature. And it was just basically like the men from the congregation who were indulging in this just like kind of open discussion. And so I had got on the panel and I was talking about like basically my sexuality and how I kind of fight with wanting to be sexually involved and romantically involved with the same sex, and how that fits into, my faith. And basically, it was very, um, it was an experience, it was very, it felt good to be able to talk about, what my experiences were, and, how I view the perspective of how an individual like myself may feel like they don't belong in the church. And I wanted to have that open dialogue and discuss, these things, because they're not often discussed inside the sanctuary. Pretty much people say to people who are in same-sex relationships that, God doesn't condone same-sex relationships, and that, we won't inherit the kingdom of God if we choose to live our lives as gay, homosexual, transgender, whatever, what have you. And I take the book, the Bible, for truth. So I don't necessarily want to stir up a controversial conversation as to whether or not people are born gay, or whether or not they choose to be that way. I know different people have different experiences, which kind of alters whether or not they choose to be in a same-sex relationship, or whether they don't. And for me personally, I do feel like that it is a choice. I feel like I have not made that choice as of yet. I don't feel like I'm completely 100% comfortable when it comes to um, dealing with men on an intimate level, but I do know that I've had feelings, mostly fleshly feelings, towards men. And I also know that when indulging in same sex relationships intimately, I'm not the most comfortable. And so that makes me think that, okay, maybe I should just kind of, put that part of me and, sweep it under the rug, and try to live out other desires. I have had relationships with other with women in the past. It was a very long time ago, and it wasn't that many. So it's very foreign to me, but I do adore women. I just, for me personally, I don't have that confidence that I think a lot of men have when going after women in a uh, more of a pursuit of intimacy, or trying to be in a relationship. Majority of the time, I tend to like just be friends with women, and I'm not as aggressive, so they tend to find me more on the friend level. But it's just been, a up and down roller coaster, and I'm finally ready to just be open and honest with everybody, about how I'm feeling, because I feel like somebody needs to be the voice of, the secret lives of, homosexuals, and how we feel. And when we don't necessarily have somebody to talk to in our immediate family or our immediate reach, it's hard. It's very hard to try to understand what it is that we're going through when people don't necessarily accept you for what you're going through. They I don't feel like they have to accept, how our lifestyles, but I feel like they need to be a little bit more empathetic and sympathetic towards what we're going through, because we don't necessarily have that comfort in our own selves. So when we look to other people for comfort and understanding just for an ear, and they shun us, it makes us feel really, desolate and abandoned. And that's truly how I feel at times, because I don't have that support system in my family where I can talk openly about, whether I feel a certain type of way about a guy, or, let them know that I'm talking to a guy, and, that I'm romantically involved in a same sex relationship. So it's just like really important for someone to be the voice for those who are out there who may be feeling a certain type of way, and don't understand what it is that they're going through. And I'll touch more on this a little bit later. I just wanted to touch bases and give you guys a quick heads up. I'll also be uploading the men's conference, which was called Dream Men, at All About Change Ministries, Stockbridge, who Pastor Robert Elam is presiding over as the leader and pastor of the church. So stay tuned for that video and check it out, and leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this topic. I know it's kind of like abrupt and out of nowhere, but I definitely want to hear you guys' feedback. Share this video with someone who you think may need to hear it and who may resonate with what it is that I'm experiencing as far as being unsure about my sexuality and trying to understand where it is I fit in inside the church, inside the world, and inside my community as a heterosexual slash homosexual man, 37 years old, living in the world today. All right, guys, peace out for now. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on Wednesday.